Garamakut, Mula Buikas Asan Gura, Ave, so live a Nocht. Tonight I want to focus on 4 key characteristics of leadership which I believe will be integral to leading the party forward from where we currently find ourselves. The first is values. What are the values that define us? The second, vision. How do we move forward as a party with policies which reconnect us with our foundation and as a social democratic party? The third is organisation. This is, I believe, the most important challenge facing the Labour Party as we look to reclaim lost ground as a grassroots activist organisation, and this includes the ability to communicate effectively within the party and to the wider electorate. Finally, a leader must be someone who can deliver, and I want to give some examples of how I have delivered as Minister for Research. I am a Labour Deputy for Cork East and Minister of State for Research and Innovation. I have worked in the European Parliament as a town councillor and mayor of my town, Mallow, as a county councillor and an opposition spokesperson for agriculture. I have been involved in over 10 election campaigns and have enjoyed the successes, but sometimes we've tasted defeat, and I know what that's like. Throughout it all, I have remained firmly committed to my social democratic values. My main motivation as a public representative and hopefully as deputy leader is to ensure the primacy of society and politics over purely economic interests, leading to a progressive society. As we move forward, we must espouse new ideas based on the belief that a community approach where every citizen's relationship with the state, such as in education, commerce or health, has to be based on what Henning Mayer calls the supremacy of general social goods over market interests. I commit to bringing these core social democratic values to bear as Deputy Leader of the Labour Party. I have a clear vision for the future of the party. I first want to be clear that I believe that we must remain committed to delivering the programme for government. Otherwise, the sacrifices that the Irish people have made over the last 3 years in particular may have been for naught. I want to acknowledge that there were mistakes made. We were perhaps too highly focused on the necessity to regain our economic sovereignty without being fully cognizant of the societal impact of some of those measures. I want to make this commitment to you. I will make it a point of principle that we reconnect the relationship between society, economy, and ethics in accordance with those social democratic principles. To be clear, this means that all budgetary and policy measures will have to be subject to the Labour test. Is this progressive? Does this adhere to the principle that the injury to one is the concern of all? In terms of organisation, I believe that we need to reinvigorate the party as a grassroots movement. The branch must become the core political unit of the party, and this is ground that I intend to reclaim as your deputy leader. To this end, I commit to replacing what has become a top-down internal communications model with a genuine dialogue with the branches. We need to test current structures whereby, when we assume that the views of membership are communicated through Central Council, that those views are actively reflected on the floor of the Dáil. I believe that the party's wider communication strategy needs to be renewed, and as Deputy Leader, I will ensure a greater investment in proactive communications. It's not rocket science. Explain what you're going to do it, tell the people what you did. Delivery is the key. It's key to regaining the trust of the Irish people. In my role as Minister for Research and Innovation, I delivered Horizon 2020 during Ireland's presidency of the European Union. This fund makes 80 billion euros available for research and innovation, with 1.25 billion earmarked for Irish companies and researchers. 1.25 billion of economic stimulus money that will fuel this economy. I led those negotiations. We got that agreement between 700 members of the European Parliament, a College of Commissioners, and 27 member states. I was proud to achieve that goal. It required delicate diplomacy and sometimes a kick in the backside to deliver. There is a time for megaphone diplomacy and a time for a more nuanced approach. The key to a good leader is knowing which strategy to employ, and I will bring this skill set to bear as Deputy Leader of the party. I am the only Labour Minister within the Department of Jobs, and in that role I strive to ensure that there is a balanced regional investment policy leading to jobs. We have made very smart investments in areas like marine renewable energy, food for health, functional foods, perinatal health, helping women for better outcomes during pregnancy. Smart investments, taking the reliance away from construction, moving it into greater areas of opportunity, spinning out new companies, new campus companies, encouraging intellectual property, and utilising the best of our higher education institutions to deliver jobs. That's what I'm about. We have delivered, we continue to deliver in this space, and as Deputy Leader I can bring those skills to bear. So I ask you please for your number one vote. Garamila Mahagu.
Sorry, Ciara is next.